Hi guys, how are you? Danielle here from Essential, and I really hope you enjoy this webinar. It will be a little bit of a longer one, being all about emotions and using essential oils to support our emotions. And we do have a lot to cover. I'm going to do my very best not to get sidetracked too much for you. So I will pretty much get on the way straight away. I just want to let you know you may want to have pen and paper on hand so you can take notes as you go for anything that resonates for you. If you can rewatch it again though, so if you don't have a pen and paper, that'll be okay. You'll be able to read it. But it'll just be up on my YouTube channel through the same link that you use to get to your basically. So I'm just going to do a screen share so that you can see my slideshow screen instead of talking. Okay, so welcome and thank you for joining me for this essential oils for emotional support webinar. I'm really passionate about this topic in particular because of my personal experiences. I have, basically when we were looking for essential oils, we were looking for a first aid kit, basically, an actual first aid kit for our family. But what we got was so much more. I was suffering from postnatal depression and anxiety at the time. The essential oils have actually been a really major part in supporting me working through that. And that wasn't really my intention behind it when I first started using them. And also my husband has been using them to work through giving up alcohol and just different things. So we use it through meditation, we use it through empowering kids to be able to be in control of their emotions and understanding their emotions, as well as almost kids and things like that on a physical level. So my intention and my purpose tonight is to share some valuable things that I have learned to empower you to take control of your health and your happiness. Before I do get started, just a quick disclaimer that the products that I talk about tonight are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. These products are intended to supplement and support your health and wellness. I will be referencing some materials from the Modern Essentials book and the Emotions and Essential Oils book too. So most of it will probably come from the Emotions and Essential Oils book tonight, being the topic that we're talking about. I will also cover just on a brief basis of what essential oils are for those of you that are new to essential oils, and also what makes doTERRA different to other essential oils that are on the market, and also how to use the essential oils that are the doTERRA essential oils, and then also how to use. Sorry, I'm getting really confused. How to use the essential oils that I'm actually talking about today as well, and then how to get them into your home at the best possible price and at the same price that I actually pay myself. So that's a bit of an overview of what I'll talk about. So to get straight into it, what are essential oils? Essential oils are the volatile aromatic compounds of plants. They're extracted and distilled from all different parts of the plant. So citrus comes from the rind, different essential oils will come from leaves or flowers or the stems, the seeds, the bark, the roots. So it just depends on what plant to where we get the essential oil from. In the left-hand corner, you'll see a microscopic animated view of a peppermint leaf. And those little white sacs are the sacs of the essential oils. So that's what we're extracting when we use it. It's extracted using steam distillation, or in the case of the citrus, cold press expression to release those from the skin of the essential oils, of the citrus, sorry. They have been used throughout history for thousands of years. And they've been used in all different areas, basically, so food preparation, beauty treatment, perfumes, and also just and to maintain personal health. The different parts of the world use them in very different ways. They're actually used in hospitals in France, for example. So the British side of aromatherapy is very different to the French side of aromatherapy. There are different grades. And one slide ahead of myself, I think. Yeah. So the science behind essential oils. So essential oils, in particular the doTERRA essential oils, are highly concentrated. So they're about 60 to 70 times more concentrated than their hair counterparts. And they affect us on a cellular level. So they actually work with, they break down in fat. So that's why we use the middle carrier oil, which I'll talk about in a moment. And they work on our cellular level and working with our body's chemistry to work on different areas of our body that's needed. So our body actually knows where to put them and where it's needed as well. So it's really clever way of using the essential oils. So there are different grades of essential oils. The first one is synthetic. And these are man-made synthetic aromatic compounds, basically, that are just, they're just basically a chemical cocktail that give a lot of people headache or migraines or even cause nausea. I myself, because I no longer have chemicals in my home, I'm really particularly sensitive to these synthetic fragrances. Then we have our food grade extracts, and they're intended for food, cooking and ingestion, and they are generally extracted to get a quick extraction, because steam distillation and when we're extracting them for therapeutic properties is actually quite slow. So they speed the process up, generally by using a higher heat. So you still get the essential oil sort of smell and taste, but you actually are losing a lot of the therapeutic properties because of the way that they're extracted. So you're not really going to get any benefit health-wise from our food-grade essential oils. They're just there for the flavour. The therapeutic grade is a category that's used to describe a lot of essential oils that are on the market. Unfortunately, there's not really an organisation that actually regulates essential oil quality. Very much the same as our cleaning industry and the cosmetic industry as well, all very self-regulated. So it's really difficult to actually determine the quality and the safety. So there can be different at each stage. So the growing, the harvesting, the distillation, the bottling, and all that sort of thing. There's stuff that can be done very differently at each of those stages. And there's not really a regulation in place that actually helps us to know that everything is being done the right way and to get the best quality oils. So what doTERRA has done is they have actually got a CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and this is doTERRA's benchmark standard to ensure the quality and purity of the doTERRA essential oils. So it's certified to basically say that it's free of contaminants and pesticides, that it's been sourced worldwide for the best quality. So doTERRA actually put in a lot of research to source their plants and essential oils from different parts of the world where they've got the best quality and the best purity and potency. It's gone through, there's 8 different tests that doTERRA do, and that there's only the standard, the general standard only sets about 2 or 3 tests that need to be done to say that they're therapeutic grade. So that's what doTERRA makes sure that we do so many more tests to make sure we are really getting the best quality essential oils and getting the best quality essential oils and pretty much the same chemical components within the oils every single time that we buy a new bottle from a new batch. That's what they have decided to do because they were not happy with the actual regulations that were needed. They wanted it to be better than that. doTERRA also source globally, so they don't farm all in one place. They will actually source, they go around searching for the best quality essential oil and they'll source it directly from there. and they actually put back into the communities as well. And the people that are farming these plants, they're farmed but not farmed in the sense of what we farm here in Australia generally. They're actually from their native countries and their native source, and then they're farmed. And some of them will be farmed, but like you can see here, you've got your roots from sourced from Haiti, and then the lemongrass, which is sourced from India. So when we source from these people, we are also paying them fairly, which is a big difference for those farmers, that they're actually getting paid fairly, they're getting paid on time, and they're cutting out the middleman. doTERRA also has a charity foundation, which is called the Healing Hands Foundation, and that puts back into communities as well, particularly where we source our oils from. There's about 40 different countries that doTERRA source the oils from, and at least half of those are actually developing countries. So the Healing Hands Foundation has put back into rebuilding hospitals or building hospitals where they weren't originally there, and helping build schools and water sources and all those sort of things so they can have a much better quality of life. So that's really important to me. So using the doTERRA essential oils. Now I'm specifying using doTERRA essential oils because doTERRA essential oils are meant to be used in 3 different ways rather than 2. So generally, aromatic and topical is a therapeutic grade essential oil. The certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils that doTERRA makes are actually for internal use as well. Not every single oil is for internal use, but there's a vast majority that are. So to use essential oils aromatically, that just means by basically breathing in and smelling the essential oils. Now that has a really powerful effect on us emotionally and physically, and it can be really stimulating. And then some can actually be really calming and soothing as well. So it depends on what we're wanting to be bringing in as to what essential oil we actually go for. And there's a few different ways to use them aromatically. One, which is the easiest in your home, which is a diffuser. We use cold water diffusers that use an ultrasonic sound wave within the machine, which actually creates a mist from the water and from the essential oil particles in that mist. And we can also use a diffuser in the car, so you can get car diffusers, which is really good for when you're driving, to either remain calm or to actually remain alert and awake as well. You can smell directly from the bottle, or you can put a drop in your hand, palm of your hands, rub them together and cup it around your nose and have a smell. You can also use things like aromatic jewelry as well, so necklaces and bracelets and those sorts of things that you can put the essential oils on that also help you to have your aromatic properties of the essential oils while you're out and about, which last a little bit longer than what they do on your skin because your skin absorbs them in. So topically, we can use them topically when diluting them. So the dilution basically helps to reduce your skin sensitivity to the oils. It also makes our essential oils go further, so we're not using the whole bottle too quickly. Makes it much more economical when we dilute them. Diluting, we use a carrier oil, such as the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil, which is an oil that's had the middle fatty amino acids removed so it actually remains liquid instead of going solid when it's cold. doTERRA also have a hand and body lotion, which is designed to work with essential oils, and you can use that as a body lotion or a hand lotion or a massage, things like that. So not with water. When we put it with water, it's just like any other oil that sits on the top. Some will actually sink and they don't actually disperse in the water properly. So we use them, even if using them in the bath, put it in there with some coconut oil as well. A couple of safety things if you want to take the essential oils out of our ears, our eyes and our nose, our armpit and our other bits as well. You want to be very careful with those areas. This is just a bit of a dilution chart. So there's a lot of different opinions on it. I generally stick with the standard of one drop to 10 mils for a baby, 2 to 3 drops to 10 mils for like a toddler age, and then children from toddler, to children, and then adults is about 5 drops to 10 mils. So if it's a blend that you're not using as often, so that amount that I've just said there is about 2 to 3% for the adult, and then the 1% for the children. If you've got like chronic pain or something like that, for acute pain is what you're saying, you're not going to be using the long term, it's just to get through, a day or two, then you can do a stronger dilution as well. Here it's recommended 10 to 25%. So if you're needing to do that, I always start off with less is more though, because we want to be using less of our essential oil as well. So using internally, so there are certain certified CPTG or essential oils that can be used in our food, that can be used as dietary supplements as well. So when you see on the essential oil bottle the supplement facts, which you can see up in the left-hand corner here on the bottle, and it also says for internal use or dilute such and such with a certain amount of liquid, then that is one that we can use internally. So there'll be some that'll say for aromatic use only, which can also be used topically, or for topical use only type thing, but that can also be used topically, but not internally. doTERRA also have a range of supplements and other products that can be used internally as well. So you can put like a drop of lemon in a glass of water, or a drop of digestion or peppermint or something like that. You can put them in smoothies and in, say, bliss balls and raw chocolate, for example. You can also use them in your savoury cooking as well. So doTERRA is based on a foundation of wellness, basically. So the wellness philosophy of doTERRA is that a solid foundation of health is key for a healthy lifestyle. So essential oils will best support us when our health has a strong foundation in place. And that strong foundation is proper nutrition and supplementation, basically. So we're promoting eating right, exercising, rest and management stress, and reducing toxic load, which doTERRA all help us in those areas of our life. And then also doTERRA teaches and encourages informed healthcare and proactive medical care as well. So something for me that did make a big difference once I added them in was the supplements from doTERRA. I'm just going to briefly touch on what they are. I'm not going to go into too much depth because that would actually probably be a whole other webinar on its own. With all the information we have to cover today, I don't want to go into it too much. But they are naturally balanced supplements that are formulated to give you potent levels of essential nutrients and powerful metabolic factors for optimal health, energy, and longevity. So we've got what's called the lifelong vitality pack or supplement, and it's a combination of these 3 bottles here, which is our Alpha CRS, which is our cellular vitality complex, our Exio-Omega, which is the essential oil and omega complex, and then we've got our Microplex MVP, which is our food nutrient complex using whole foods and that sort of thing. These 3 combined are absolutely incredible. One for mood, energy, your body actually being able to repair and things like your hair grow and nails and things like that. There are other supplements like digestive enzymes, pre and probiotics. I can't think of the rest off the top of my head, but there is a whole supplement range to doTERRA as well. But these 3 in particular can be really great to add into your daily routine. So now into the actual emotional side of things. So one of the most well-studied areas of aroma research is the effect of smell on emotions and mood. So for example, there is convincing evidence demonstrating that simply inhaling an aroma of an essential oil is effective for calming nervous or anxious feelings in a variety of different settings in life. So the smell receptors that are located in the upper surface of the nasal cavity, which are called the olfactory system, or the olfactory bulb, that make direct links with the limbic system of our brain. Now that's an area that governs the body's emotional responses. And then this close connection between aroma and emotion becomes obvious in our everyday life. When you smell something, it can trigger a memory or specific feelings. So some aromas directly impact mood, for example, like calming, balancing, or invigorating, while others trigger memories of a specific experience, and that's often one that's tied to a strong emotion. There's new research that has also helped us to see the benefits of aroma extend beyond just the emotional regulation as well. So in addition to influencing the limbic region of the brain, the olfactory centers are also intricately linked with the hypothalamus, which is the area of the brain that controls our physiological functions throughout the body. The hypothalamus has a powerful influence over our pituitary gland, by interacting with our pituitary gland as well. And the pituitary gland secretes hormones, not emotions, involved in the regulation of blood pressure, hunger and thirst signals, thyroid function, sleep cycles, production of sexual hormones, and memory, among other things. And then because of this direct link of the olfactory system to these areas of the brain, the aroma of an essential oil is capable of interacting directly with the hypothalamus and influencing the neurochemistry throughout the body, and in turn potentially having powerful health outcomes. So what are emotions? Basically, we don't really know entirely, but most scientists agree that the emotions are complex, multifactorial responses that are triggered by multiple mechanisms and stimuli. Emotions can shape motivation and consequently behavior and psychology. Each person experiences emotions in a different way because each person has a unique personality and set of experiences. These factors affect the way a person perceives the stimuli he or she encounters in life. So also, social norms can shape how people will respond emotionally or create different situations that merit unique emotional responses. So basically, put simply, emotions are diverse and they vary from person to person. So even though everyone experiences emotions differently, there is one thing that remains constant, and that's that emotions are either positive or negative. As you've likely experienced before, positive emotions can uplift the mood and motivate us to act in ways that maintain the positive mood. Whereas negative emotions can sometimes provide substantial motivation to actually act in ways that improve the negative mood. And if left in check, negative emotions can have effects on overall health and perceived quality of life. So basically, negative emotions can bog down your quality of life and can affect the way your body feels and functions. So what can you do when you feel negative emotions creeping in? And what works to maintain positive emotions varies from person to person. But in general, physical activity, hobbies, talking openly about your feelings with someone you trust, meditation and aromatherapy can really help. So essential oils play a powerful role in our emotional healing. They lead us by the hand as we courageously face our emotional issues. We all hold unresolved feelings of pain and hurt and built up stress and overwork and things like that. And these things need to be brought to the surface for transformation and healing to take place. The essential oils support healing in 5 stages, and they strengthen us during each stage and prepare us for the next level of healing. For example, as we regain our physical health, we are invited to enter into the emotional realm. There are 5 stages of emotional healing with essential oils, and they are: number 1, they assist in supporting the physical body. 2, they assist in healing the heart, which is also our emotional state. They assist in releasing limiting beliefs. They assist in increasing spiritual awareness and connection. And 5, they inspire the fulfillment of one's life purpose. At stage 1, the physical body, which isn't our main focus for today, but I'll just briefly touch on that. They are powerful physical healers. So some essential oils, as I mentioned earlier, are considered to be 60 to 70 times more potent than the herbs in their current state. And they have many anti-qualities, so they range from being antibacterial to antiviral to antiparasitic in nature. Essential oils assist the body in fighting unfriendly microorganisms, purifying organs, glands, and body systems, balancing body functions, and raising the body's vibrational frequency. We are all vibrational beings, and everything around us has a different vibrational frequency as well. We all differ from each other depending on where we are in life and within ourselves. The vibrational energy, the life force, the natural energy is often referred to as chi. So at stage 2, which is healing the heart, they provide us with the energy needed to penetrate the heart and enter the emotional realm. The essential oils raise the vibration of the physical body, and as the body lives in higher vibration, the lower energies, such as suppressed emotions, become unbearable. So these feelings want to release. The stagnant anger, sadness, grief, judgment, and low self-esteem cannot exist in the environment of balance and peace which the essential oils help to create. So emotional healing occurs as old feelings arise and release. Sometimes this experience is confused with regression, and people may perceive that they are going backwards or that the essential oils are not working. We are so used to symptomatic healing that we have been conditioned to view healing as the immediate cessation of all physical and emotional pain, when in reality the oils are actually working, and they're working to permanently heal our emotional issues by supporting individuals through their healing. It is important to understand that healing and emotional work is a process. There are 2 main principles involved, and that is release and receive. So we must release the trapped negative emotions before we can receive positive feelings. The old must go to make space for the new. We often want to skip this step, but it really is a necessary one. We must be willing to experience the cleansing if we truly desire the healing. So resisting the cleansing process makes it more painful. We must surrender to the experience so that we may continue on the path of healing. The more we let go and trust, the more enjoyable this healing process can be. The essential oils don't do our emotional work for us. Essential oils assist individuals in taking an honest look within. They foster the right environment for healing, but they do not do the work for us. So it's like when you're gardening and you pull the weeds and you don't actually take the whole plant and leave the roots behind. And that's really proof when it's really hard and rocky. And to ensure that we pull the whole plant up, including the roots, we can add water to the soil, which allows the entire weed to actually be removed. So similarly, essential oils prepare our emotional soil so that weeds may be removed with greater ease. However, they do not do the weeding for us. If one neglects to do the work of pulling their weeds, they've simply watered the problem. On the other hand, those who combine essential oils with emotional work really reap the fruit of their labour. You may be wondering, how do I start emotional work? A few sort of touched on that before, but there are a few introductory practices that you can do, such as meditation, journaling, just writing down your thoughts, bringing in mindfulness. So there's books out there and information on the internet about mindfulness as well, yoga, and anything else that you sort of feel would aid you in your healing process. So which essential oils help with different emotions and moods? So this picture here is the emotional aromatherapy kit from doTERRA. So this is designed to address many different emotions, and you can actually use the wheel that is on the box that they come in to help you choose which oil you need. So I'm going to start with Console. So Console is our comforting blend, and it's the oil of consolation. So it's a blend of trees and flowers, and it was formulated to assist individuals who are in need of emotional comfort. It soothes emotional pain after periods of extreme stress or trauma. The comforting blend assists individuals who are burdened by loss, grief, or tragedy. When past hurts resurface, comforting blends can assist in releasing these emotional burdens. When there's a storm raging in one's heart or mind, or when there is no relief from fear, emotional pain, or anxiety, the comforting blend or Console can assist in taking the first steps toward healing. The Console helps ease one's burdens, assist in experiencing a serene heart and mind, and guides individuals toward emotional rest. It combines frankincense, patchouli, ylang ylang, labdaman, sandalwood, rose, and osmanthus. And it really helps promote the feelings of comfort and hope, and it counteracts negative emotions of grief, sadness, and hopelessness. A few ways to actually use them: you can diffuse it during times of loss to comfort the soul and invoke feelings of hope. You can apply it over the heart, morning and night, as a reminder to be patient in healing and to not give away to despairing thoughts. You can apply 1 or 2 drops on the shirt collar or a scarf or on some aromatic jewelry to smell throughout the day to help fight off feelings of grief and sadness. The next one is peace, and peace is our reassuring blend or oil of peace, and it's a blend of flowers and mint, and it's formulated to assist individuals who lack inner peace. So all people thrive when they feel connected to the divine. Our souls achieve true and lasting peace through the connection to this source. Without this true peace, there is a human tendency to try to manufacture a peace by controlling one's environment and relationships, especially when one feels afraid. It is more tempting to try to control others, because it gives us an artificial sense of order and safety. The reassuring blend or peace is a positive reminder that you don't have to be perfect to find peace. Slow down, take a breath, and reconnect in a composed and collected way. Whatever may be happening in life, a few drops of peace can help you slow down and focus on what's important. It's a blend that includes vetiver, lavender, ylang-ylang, frankincense, curry sage, marjoram, labdanum, and spearmint. And they bring in feelings of peace, reassurance, and contentment, and counteract anxiousness and fearful emotions. Some ways to use it is to diffuse at night time to promote a calm environment and restful sleep. When experiencing anxious feelings, you can apply a drop to your hand, rub them together and inhale the aroma deeply. You can diffuse or inhale before taking a test or presenting to a large group, or in times of worry or distress. You can use it to calm an upset or restless child by applying it to the bottoms of their feet. A few other areas that can be good to apply as well are your wrists, behind your ears and down your neck, and even over your heart as well. Motivate is our next one. Oh, I've got them in the wrong order. So motivate is our encouraging essential oil blend, and it's the oil of motivation. This blend of mint and citrus oil was formulated for those who need motivation and encouragement. It assists individuals who are stagnant, whose will has stagnated and needs to be fired into action again. The encouraging blend fosters confidence to follow through with one's creative inspirations and intentions. It also I don't know what word I was typing out there, I've written the wrong word. It also brings in a warrior-like spirit and strengthens one to face adversity and challenges. It's a blend of peppermint, clementine, coriander, basil, yuzu, melissa, rosemary, and vanilla bean. It's a really beautiful smelling oil. We use this one a lot at home. It helps promote feelings of confidence, courage, and belief. It counteracts negative emotions of doubt, pessimism, and cynicism. It's also a really good pick-me-up oil for exactly what it says, for motivating you. So when you're tired or worn out, it can be a really good one to use and apply to help bring you back out of that without having negative stimulants such as caffeine and things like that. A few ways of using it: you can apply to the collar of your shirt or to some amount jewelry or just around the neck area topically before giving a speech to instill feelings of confidence in yourself. You can diffuse at work or school while working on a project to help you stay motivated. Even housework, I use this one when I need to get motivated to do housework. You can apply it to your pulse points, which is your wrists, behind your ears, over your heart, bottoms of your feet, before participating in sporting events or other competitions, to give you the courage to encourage you in those moments as well. I'm just going to go back to the group so I don't forget it. And I've got it in my notes. So forgive is the renewing essential oil blend and the oil of forgiving. It's a blend of herb and tree oils, and it's formulated to assist individuals who desire to forgive. It is well understood that forgiving others actually sets us free. So this blend is especially helpful for when individuals feel cynical or begin to expect the worst from other people. Instead of looking for the good in others, they may view others in a negative light. They may also have a tendency to feel justified in blaming others for their own personal situations and misfortunes. The renewing blend of forgive teaches that we are all learning and growing together. Mistakes and offences will certainly happen, but should be met with forgiveness and kindness. The forgive blend challenges individuals to let go of bitterness and hostility, and to embrace other people as an extension of themselves as part of the human family. It reminds us to live by the golden rules, treat others the way we ourselves would like to be treated. It invites individuals to free themselves by realizing that others are usually doing the best they can and deserve our compassion and forgiveness. So, it's a blend of spruce, bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, arborvitae, thyme, and citronella. So it's a really interesting smelling blend, this one, but it really works. It really helps promote feelings of contentment, relief, and patience, and it counteracts the negative emotions of anger and guilt. You can use it, you can diffuse it during meditation to help release harboring feelings of anger and guilt. If you're feeling anger or guilt or contentment or anything else towards yourself or other people, it's another good one to apply, and you can apply that over your heart and on your other pulse points as well. You can also apply it to your pulse points and heart throughout the day to feel grounded and content. And it's a good one to have on at all times so that you can help to counteract negative emotions that may arise from undesirable situations. Download and here. So I need to change that order, but that's okay. So chia is our uplifting essential oil blend, or the oil of chia. And it's a blend of spices and herbs that's formulated to assist individuals who are lacking inner passion. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Sorry, let me start that again. It's a blend of citrus and spices that's formulated to assist individuals who are in need of cheerfulness. It is especially helpful for individuals who feel heavy-hearted or who have been weighed down by many challenges in life. Encountering repeated trials over an extended period of time can have crippling effects with no hope of relief. The uplifting blend encourages individuals who are overcome by feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. It helps restore one's hope when they have been stretched beyond their limits of endurance. This blend inspires faith that life will work out for the best despite difficulties and setbacks. It reminds people that there's so much more to life than the hardship they are experiencing, and to determinedly hold on until they regain the hope and joy they have lost. It's a blend of wild orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle, nutmeg, vanilla beans, ginger, cinnamon, and it helps promote feelings of optimism, cheerfulness, and happiness, and it counteracts negative emotions of feeling down, blue, or low. You can use this one to diffuse at home, work, or school to promote a positive, uplifting environment. We often diffuse this one with some balance as well, the balance blend. You can apply it to a cotton ball or like a little terracotta plate, or in a car diffuser, and have it in the car to experience its energizing aroma while you're driving. It also helps to keep everyone's emotions sort of in check while it's going on a long drive, particularly with children. If you're feeling down, you can apply a drop to your hands, rub them together, and inhale deeply as needed throughout the day. Passion is our next one, and that is our inspiring blend. So the inspiring blend is a blend of spices and herbs, and was formulated to assist individuals who are lacking inner passion. It is helpful for those caught in patterns of self-denial and regimentation. Overworking and being too serious can dull one's sensitivity and emotions. When individuals are burdened by a joyless sense of beauty, the inspiring blend inspires them to be more playful and spontaneous. It teaches that there is more to living than working and obligation. When appropriate, the inspiring blend encourages individuals to take risks, to confidently face their fears, and to break free from the limitations that they place on themselves. It challenges individuals to use their creativity and imagination to fulfill their life's passions. In short, when life has become a dull set of routines and obligations, the inspiring blend or passion acts as a reminder to rediscover one's inner passion. So if you've lost your spark and you need to regain it, then passion is a really good one to find that spark or that mojo, your passion or your why. It is a blend of fractionated coconut oil, so it has already got some dilution to it, but because it's got those spice oils in it, it is actually a high skin irritant one, so you want to make sure you double check that you're okay to use that one straight from the bottle, even with the dilution in there. It's cardamom seeds, cinnamon, ginger, clove, sandalwood, jasmine, and vanilla bean. It ignites feelings of excitement and passion and joy. It can also be one to use as a libido booster as well as a passion for things that you love doing or things like that. It counteracts negative emotions of boredom and disinterest. So you can diffuse it in the morning to start the day feeling energized and enthusiastic and passionate about what you're doing. You can apply it to your pulse points and your heart throughout the day to feel inspired and passionate. And diffuse it at work to spark creativity, clarity, and wonder. And that's done. That's done. So just a bit of a tip on using essential oils throughout the day. Apply them to your pulse points in the morning. Apply them over your heart or over your pulse points during the day as well, or throughout the day or in the middle of the day if you haven't needed it elsewhere. And then in the evening you can just use them in your bed to help promote sleep. Now I'm going to also go through a bit of the doTERRA mood managing essential oil blends. This is another kit that you can use for emotional and mood support. It is a little bit in depth, this one as well, but I'll go through it a little bit quickly because you can look back at the actual slides, which is pretty self-explanatory once it's finished. So I'm going to introduce you to the mood matrix. And the doTERRA's mood matrix is a bit of a visual way to explain why we feel the way we do when we're imbalanced and stressed. So stress can be caused by a number of different things. So whether they are good or bad, it doesn't really matter. So emotional distress, family discord, financial problems, career choices, wedding, lack of sleep, health, and anxiety can all be factors that contribute to elevated levels of stress. And high stress maintained over time has negative consequences on our health. So inflammation is one of the body's reactions to chronic stress. And there are many studies that show the connection between chronic illness, inflammation, and disease. So how can we safely and effectively deal with increased levels of stress? We can turn to essential oils to help us aid our journey. The moods are complex interplay of emotional and physical components we've already discussed. So on the following slide, I'm going to show you sort of how they interact a little bit more. And we call them the mood continuums, which is what I'm on now. So our emotional state can be anywhere between no peace and no passion, and our physical state can be anywhere between stress and fatigue. Ideally, we want to be in the middle of both of them. If we're too far to one side or the other, in either physical or emotional, we are out of balance and we will experience unwellness. So when we cross the two diagrams together, we have our matrix, and we can categorize our moods into zones. So zone 1, if we're fatigued and have no peace, we might be feeling angry or impatient and experiencing a headache, stomach ache, or other digestive issues. In zone 2, if we are fatigued and have no passion, We might be feeling unmotivated and discouraged and experiencing brain fog, chest tightness, or respiratory issues. In zone 3, if we are stressed and have no passion, we might be feeling hopeless and withdrawn and experiencing chest tightness and lower back pain. For zone 4, if we are stressed and have no peace, we might be feeling tense and worried and experiencing neck pain or digestive problems. So that's the mood matrix. And how do we regain balance and return to the center? By supporting ourselves with the doTERRA essential oils, and the mood management kit was actually designed for this mood matrix. Sorry, I've gone through that. Sorry, missed those slides. So for zone 1, we have lavender peace, which is a calming blend. And it contains lavender, sweet marjoram, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, sandalwood, and vanilla bean extract. It's a relaxing blend that contains essential oils that are often used to help calm and soothe stress and excitement in order to help the body to maintain its natural state of health. Emotionally, it's the oil of forgiveness. It has a powerful effect on the heart, and the emotions addressed by this blend are resentment, unwillingness to forgive, bitterness, anger, sadness, criticism, and perfectionism. The calming blend brings a person more in touch with the qualities of love and openness and receptivity, and it helps heal the emotional wounds in the heart so love may flow freely. So that's lavender peace or serenity. Serenity is the US label for lavender peace. There's a bit of information there for you. I'm not going to go into the physical side of it so much, sorry. But a good sleep blend if you're not taking off. For zone 2, we have citrus fruit, which is the invigorating blend. It has wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, bergamot, tangerine, clementine, and vanilla absolute. It's a uniquely exhilarating blend that brings together all of the uplifting and stress-reducing benefits of the citrus oils in a sweetly satisfying way. It smells absolutely divine. Emotionally, it is the oil of creativity, and it acts as a powerful fire starter. It returns motivation and drive when it's lacking. The emotions addressed are discouragement, stifled or blocked creativity, fear of self-expression, emotionally imbalanced, and low will to live. When the soul has lost its spark, lost its connection to the magic of life, this blend restores the spark. The invigorating blend rekindles the fire of the personality and fills the heart with creativity and joy. So there are some other properties, physical properties to them as well. It's a very uplifting, mood and energizing oil. So for zone 3, we have elevation, which is the joyful blend. It contains lavender, tangerine, lemon myrtle, melissa, ylang ylang, osmanthus, and sandalwood. It's an uplifting combination of essential oils that creates an energetic aroma that can help stimulate the body's chemistry when a person is feeling lethargic or sad. Emotionally, it's the oil of joy. It was formulated as an antidepressant, and it combines the powerful mood stabilizers, which is sandalwood, rose, jasmine, and the ylang ylang, and the joy-filled oils such as tangerine, melissa, and lemon myrtle. The warm vibrations of this blend can soothe the heart and balance the emotions. It can assist in letting go of one's lower energy vibrations. Old habits and addictions lose their appeal. It can inspire feelings of cheerfulness, brightness, courage, relaxation, happiness, humor, safeness, and fun. And the emotions addressed by this blend are caught in low vibrations, depression, dark, serious, and stern. and it supports individuals in flowing with life while remaining in peace and light. For zone 4, we have balance, which is our grounding blend, and the oil of grounding as well. It contains spruce, rosewood, frankincense, blue tansy, and fractionated coconut oil. So this one is already diluted as well. Some need to dilute it further, just so you're aware, for topical use. This blend brings feelings of calmness, peace, and relaxation, and it can aid in harmonizing the various physiological systems of the body and promote tranquility and a sense of balance. Emotionally, it's the oil of grounding, and it's primarily a combination of tree oils and roots. So trees live in the present moment. They are not in a hurry. They are stable. And this blend soft energy is excellent for calming a hyperactive child who has difficulty settling down. It is also a wonderful remedy for adults who need to reconnect with their roots. The emotions addressed by this blend are ungrounded, unwilling to take responsibility for self or life, disconnected, unstable, and scattered. When we get this matrix in balance once more, we become centered. When applying the mood matrix, it is recommended to layer the oils in the following order of lavender peace, citrus bliss, elevation, and balance. 2 drops of each oil blend is preferred, but 3 drops may be necessary when stress levels are high. I personally recommend that they are applied diluted with fractionated coconut oil, and you can pre-make up roller bottles with each blend, or you could use a little glass or ceramic dish and add a tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil and add your 2 or 3 drops of essential oil blend to each oil and apply. So it's recommended to apply the 4 oils over the area of concern. So if you have lower back pain, apply the oils over the lumbar vertebrae. If you're feeling tightness in your chest, apply the oils over your heart. If you're experiencing a headache above your eyebrows, apply to your forehead, and so on. If in doubt, apply the mood matrix oils to the bottom of your feet or the back of your neck. They're 2 great locations when in doubt. And how often to apply the oils really varies with each individual case. So some people might need to perform the mood matrix once or twice a week, while others might require it once or twice a day. It's all relative to the individual stress levels. So take the time when applying these oils to inhale them as well. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Because as we mentioned, we are working with the aroma as well, remembering that all our emotions are stored in the limbic system of our brain, which is reached through our affective nerves. And the only way we can access and release emotions is through our sense of smell. One other oil I just briefly want to touch on is Clary Calm. Clary Calm is the monthly blend for women, and this is a blend that all women should have because it helps to balance our hormones and it helps us to be in control of those hormones, particularly during our moody times of the month. So if we're feeling like there's a fire raging inside us and we just burst out at everything, it's a really good oil to have for that. It can also help with cramping and pain and things like that as well. So, as you can get a bit of an idea, even just through going for emotional stuff today, that the doTERRA range is huge and it's full of absolutely endless support. From hair care, which I've just started using the shampoo and conditioner and I'm loving it. You can use them for DIY, you can use them in gardening, massage, supplements, and when out on the go, skincare, everything. It's not about adding in extra expenses either. The essential oils and the other products are replacing products you're already using in your home and being able to reduce the toxic load by bringing in the doTERRA product. So how do we get the doTERRA essential oils into our home? There are two ways. You can purchase retail through my website, or you can get access to the wholesale prices, which is 25% off, the same price that I pay myself. And it's got a lot of other perks and rewards, and you can get free products and everything. It's $35 fee, or you can actually opt in for a kit, which waives the $35 fee. It's a yearly renewal, which is just $25, and it actually comes with a free bottle of peppermint, which is worth more than $25. So it's really, really easy. There's no strings attached, which is awesome. It's just all about the positive. So the first positive is you reach your 25% off retail. Who wants to pay full price when they can get 25% off? It's such a good saving. Then you have the option of opting into our loyalty rewards program. And that's basically a monthly subscription or a monthly order where you choose whatever products you want to order and you get the benefits of product points and free products. So the product points are credits that you can spend on oils and other products. You go from 10 to 30% on those product credit points as well. So you get 10 to 30% of the point of what you spend back in product credit points, and it increases every 3 months from that 10 to 30%. You get free shipping on your oil, on your orders. You get them back in rewards points as well. Free product of the month if you order before the 15th of the month at a 125 point product value order. That's really awesome. I haven't actually paid for a bottle of my frankincense yet, and that isn't at wholesale price. It's still like $90 or something. If retail, it's less than $114 or something like that. And I actually haven't paid for a bottle of that in a year and a half of using oils because I use my points, or I do it when it's a product of the month and I make sure I get it for free. So many benefits. And how, sorry, there's a weird noise in my house. It's my dog. So how to start? Basically, you choose the best way that you want to enroll, and that's either with the $35 membership fee or with an enrollment kit. So this is an example here, and I've used the mood management kit as an example. So there's a $35 enrollment fee, and you customize the orders that you need. And so the mood management kit, and you could add in some immune support as well, which a lot of people generally want. So mood management kit, your fractionated coconut oil, your diffuser, so you can use it aromatically for that emotional support, and then the On Guard essential oil, which is our immune support oil. And our immune system, if we're in a state of stress, emotional discord, our immune system is going to be compromised as well. So that's a really good idea. And the other option is to choose a kit. So these are our two most popular kits: the Essentials Collection with the Smart and Sassy, or the Home Essentials Kit with the diffuser. So the difference is the size of the bottles. So the Essentials Collection of 5 ml bottles with a 15 ml Smart and Sassy oil, which is our metabolic blend. And then we have our Home Essentials Kit, which is 15 ml bottles, except for our ice blue because it's only in a 5 ml bottle, and you get the diffuser in there as well. So you get 3 times the amount of oils and a diffuser for less than double the price. Now the oils that are in these kits are the everyday basic oils. So you've got some calming oils in there, some grounding oils in there, you've got pain relieving oils, digestive support, respiratory support, immune support, some energizing oils in there as well, oils that can be used in food, antiseptic oils and things like that. Now, the first 6 oils that I've spoken about in the emotions aromatherapy kit also come as a kit with a diffuser as well. So that is an option to choose a kit rather than these two. It still weighs your things like your enrollment fee. So that's the kit down here on the right hand corner. And because we haven't spoken about the Home Essentials kit today, this is a bit of an idea here on the left of what the oils in that kit can be used for. And there are other oils in the kit as well that are available, and some of them you actually get your loyalty rewards credits back. So there's 200 credit points, loyalty rewards credits there straight up to spend with the oil share kit, which gives you a few of each of the most commonly used oils, and then we've got a lot of the other main oils in there as well. So you can also choose to host a class. Now, a class doesn't normally go for quite as long as I've spoken today, but obviously an emotions class does, just because it's such a big topic, and it's something that so many people struggle with as well. You can host a class to share with your friends and your family. About 3 or more is all that's really needed. You don't need a lot. The smaller the group, the more intimate it is, the more we can get into each individual's needs. So you can share the incredible power of the essential oils with them. You can all have a smell, pass the oils around. I generally have some archives to give away as well. And then my hosts always get a beautiful thank you gift from me. And yeah, so basically, who do you know who actually doesn't need these natural solutions? Well, my question there is actually, who do you know who would want to learn more about these natural solutions? But really, the question really is, who doesn't need them? There's not really anyone who doesn't need them. Everybody needs them. They can just change lives. It's absolutely beautiful. So you can book a class and receive some free products for yourself and for your friends and family as well, just for educating them. So just to recap, I've gone over what essential oils are, what makes the doTERRA essential oils different, how to use the doTERRA essential oils, and then which essential oils can really help with our emotional support. Now, in saying that, every single oil has an emotional component to it. So I've only covered the blends today that are specific for being specifically for emotional support. And then I've shown you how to get them into your home at the same price that I pay as well. So I hope you feel empowered and full of some knowledge. I know I probably overwhelmed you a little bit, but I hope you took some notes and you can rewatch it back as well. And I hope you feel empowered to can't talk anymore, to take control of your health and your happiness and your family's health and happiness as well. So let's get started. If you would like to open your wholesale account right away, get the oils into your home, I can send you through a link and a form, and you can fill it out, and I can process it all through for you and get it started. They get shipped straight to you, so they will be right to your door. And we will also then book in a wellness consult. So the wellness consult, we prefer to do it in person, but if you can't do it in person, we can do it over the internet or over the phone. You go over your health priorities and your needs with the oils. Make sure you've got what you need and you know how to use them for your needs as well. I don't want you to buy them and not open the bottles. That's not what I'm here for. So thank you very much. I'm just going to stop my screen share. Okay. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope it hasn't been too much information to take in. It's, like I said, a very big topic. It's being recorded, so you can view it again on my YouTube channel. If you want to have a chat about anything, just let me know. And if there's anything specific that you need, reach out, touch base. I'm going to pop a link into my website where you can enroll for your wholesale account straight away. or if you would prefer to have a chat, which is always a good idea, have a chat and make sure that you're getting what you actually need for your needs. And yeah, nutshell, have a beautiful weekend. Stay cool if you're in Queensland, it's going to be extremely hot. And